Hello there, my dear friends. We never can get enough information about our subconscious, about your subconscious. AI is coming. Everything with AI is better. Is it better? We don't know. AI, your best friend or your worst enemy? And the same goes with our subconscious. Is it our best friend? Or can it be our worst enemy? Let's look on both in this video. Companies are developing their AI programs, and everything is better with AI. Is it really? And I think we can compare AI with our subconscious. I will tell you why. Our body is a very complicated biological system. We have the physical body and we have our brain, our awareness, we have our soul, but we also have our subconscious. When we are born, it already has some inbuilt skills, what lets our body function. But it can learn a lot. And over time, our subconscious becomes our inner supercomputer. What we put in comes out. What we put in over our senses, what we see, what we hear, what we think, in repetition, is building small programs, patterns, belief systems. All this is stored in our subconscious. A baby cannot walk. And then it starts and falls down. It starts and falls down. But over time, it can walk. It can drive a car. We can learn languages. All these new information, these skills are stored in our subconscious. What we put in comes out. Our subconscious is really our internal supercomputer. And when we are doing something, when you go to the marketplace, you are thinking, you want to buy this, but you are walking, and this goes automatically. Whatever we learned, and we learned it completely, we can do it automatically. When we train the piano over time, we can play the song. You don't have to control any single finger. No, our subconscious learned it and makes it for you. The music is beautiful. And do you know what? That when we make things, when we go through life, we are nearly driven. I always say our subconscious is our pilot. We are driven 98 to 99% by our subconscious mind. We still can think. We still have our awareness. And we still can stop it and start it. We still have control over it. But nearly all the actions are controlled by our subconscious. And AI is nearly the same, not for our internal body, but for a machine with a computer. First, you get all the data in the hard drive, in the memory bank, and then this complex structure can create a certain output. It can store the apps, and the apps can store machines. So what our subconscious makes for us, the AI makes for a machine in combination with the computer. So is it our best friend or is it our worst enemy? We don't know, because this depends what we put in the program. When we learn bad things over time, our subconscious is occupied and polluted with bad things. And then, as we only know these things, we can only reproduce these things. When we learn to think negative, we build a habit to think negative, and then we make it over and over and over. The same goes with the machine. When you learn the machine that this machine has to do this, then the machine will do this. It can help people. It can destroy people. But our subconscious in our body can do the same. It can help you. It can heal you. or it can hinder you. It can even destroy you. And I think this analogy is very interesting. We can decide, we can really decide what we put in our subconscious mind. At least when we are clear thinking, not as a baby, but when we grow up and when we are an adult, we can decide, what will I learn when I learn the piece on the piano? Do I make it right? I store it right. When I produce a lot of mistakes, I will store the mistakes. And then I will never be able to play the song, at least beautiful. What means it's all about our intention. We can decide, what do we put in? This comes from our awareness. We say yes to the good goes in. Or we can make the contrary. And the same goes with a machine, with AI. It all depends on our intention, on our decision. What do we put in will come out. One problem is most AI systems, big AI systems, they are created by big companies. We don't have influence on this. When they have an intention, I want that this makes that for us, for this company, then they do it. You have no influence what all these big companies put in the AI system. And believe me, they make it first for their own benefit. But your own supercomputer, your subconscious, this is where nearly nobody has access to it. Okay, as we store with our eyes, ears, smelling, touching, media has a big influence, but you can separate from media. You don't have to swallow this down the whole time. So as AI is programmed by big companies that you nearly have no influence, you still have the only access to your subconscious. And when you can't create the AI that will save the world, you can create your subconscious, which will save your world, your family, your health, your wealth, your progress. This is the part where you have the most influence. Yes, your subconscious is your inbuilt, free supercomputer. It's there for you, only for you. Do we really care for this biological machine, this hard drive that is the pilot for our future life? As there lies, or can lie, all your fortune, isn't it worth to think often, very often, daily, what we put in comes out automatically. The shortest way, you don't need a machine. It controls your muscles, your hunger, the desire to sleep or not, the desire whether you want success, or your concentration, or the way you throw the towel. Some people think, this is hard, I don't do it. Other people already learned. When I repeat it several times, I still can get the success. They build up habits to last in a difficult process. Patience is a program that comes from our subconscious mind. And impatience also. Did you learn to make things until the end? Are you a terminator? Are you really ready to make things ready? Or do you give up and you have 80%, 50%, or just 10%? I tried it, but this is hard. No, this is not for me. This could be for you, because another person can do this. You can do this too. But did you learn endurance, patience? These are habits. They are built in our subconscious mind, and then they serve us when we want to get from A to B. So in case of AI, it all depends on our intention. What people have, or what companies have as a decision, and they put it in the AI program. Everybody knows the algorithm here on YouTube. This is an AI program. Do you know what it does? Most people don't know it. They have their opinions, but this is way more complicated. And this regulates all the management of the videos on this platform. And I always say, beware of people that explain you how the algorithm works. They don't know it. They figure something out because of their observation, but it's different. It's way more complicated. Yes, our computers become better. Programs are wonderful. Apps, even in tablets or cell phones, beautiful. And when companies put AI programs, because the chips are so potential in it, they can deliver a beautiful work. What do you do with it? It's your choice. You can create a wonderful video, or you can create a machine that hurts people. But this is the same in your kitchen. When you have a sharp knife, you can make a wonderful salad that feeds your family. Or you can use the knife and kill your neighbor. It's all on our decision. So, is it your best friend? Or is it your worst enemy? It depends on you, on me, on these companies. But at least your inbuilt supercomputer, your subconscious, only you have access. And when you diminish the influence of others, and there's a lot of influence at the time because media is all around, then you can be sure you have most influence on your subconscious. And when you put the good stuff in, then as it is your pilot, it will bring you wherever you want. Thank you so much for watching, and there's much more good stuff on my channel.